I like it. It's a slow process, but it's coming.
I was slow on the uptake. It took me a second.
Not
a dog lover.
Guys, kind of injury-wise, KPL be ready to go. Doesn't seem to be any issues there. Charles Lovett took most of practice in a red jersey today. We'll see kind of how it goes, but he's passed all the initial part for that, so that's good news. Jake Schlager should be able to be in a backup role and possibly even on some special teams, so we'll see how that hamstring goes. Moose Myers is doubtful. Will probably dress, and could be available, based on how he's feeling and kind of where it's at, but, really doubtful. And then Bernard Blake, who came in with kind of some headache symptoms and those type of things. We totally held him basically out today. And, we'll retest him, but I would count him as probably doubtful because of that. So, but other than that, guys were in pretty good spirits. I think they knew it was cookie day by, from the wives bringing the cookies. And, as I did hear you mention that my dog Clarabelle's here, which means tomorrow is peanut day because it's the academic report. And so I wanted to get a good look at that face as we cover academics on Thursday, being how it's peanut night. And but other than that, I think they're going to be ready to play.
Do you see any different sense of urgency in practice? Or are you seeing kind of what you've seen the last few weeks? Did you say practice the last few weeks?
It's been pretty good.
Since that Boise week, it wasn't so good.
The thing I didn't like today is there was probably more do-overs, which, believe it or not, you don't get do-overs in life, let alone a game of football. And
I get them in golf.
Yeah, you get them in golf. The guys I golf with allow me to have a couple too, but at the same time, that was a little disappointing. So we need to get that really hammered down. Our guys need to get home and get on their iPads tonight and be ready for a perfect Thursday tomorrow.
You talk about having Kevin Davis back and what it's really meant for the depth of your linebacking core and just the flexibility he gives that group.
He's played all the spots, and he's also been a guy that has made some, fantastic hits, physical. He's running through tackles. You can see he truly trusts his knee again. Coming out, as you guys know, he played for us, obviously, and started as a true freshman before he was injured. And we felt coming out that, arguably he was one of the recruits that, was obviously recruited by all the other schools and chose us, gave us a chance. And he's playing, he hasn't been a disappointment. He's a good football player.
Has this linebackers group, as a group, this season lived up to your expectations?
It has. And, really I think what they've done is taken it to the next step in the communication with the front and the back end as far as making sure that we're all on the same page. And, along with what Trent Matthews has done and then how we've played KPL in some of those situations against some of those quarterback teams, you can throw him in that mix a little bit too. So, but that crew has, tell you what, I'm proud of them, Nate. And we faced a couple really good linebackers last week, obviously. And yet, you know what, our guys are doing a really good job.
Jim, can you get I lost my train.
Yeah, so you were thinking of Clara.
I was going to ask about the defense.
You don't get your belly rubbed.
You guys are just in general, as talking to coordinators and all today, and talking to players the other day, kind of simplified some things this year, and it seems to be producing better results.
Yeah, and I think the guys have whether we've simplified or not, there's still, some complexity in different shows and moving into some other things, here, show this, give that, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I think the accountability of the players and what they've done to kind of accept the scheme and put it into practice is something that, is starting to show dividends.